Good morning. My name's Dr. Lily. I'm going to be the one messing with your ears today. Gently. I promise I'll be gently. I would like to start my inspections off with just a little bit of ear palpating and touching, and then we'll look inside and see what we can do to help with the pain that you've been feeling. So I'm going to start just by gently touching some places on your ears, okay? And I need you to let me know if you're experiencing any pain from it, okay? Yeah, so when I press back, when I press like right here, okay. What about if I press like this? Okay, well, that's good news actually. Oh, okay. Well, the chart does say that you were having some pain, but that's not your main issue. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, I certainly have my suspicions, but I do want to do this outside check that I do for everybody too, just to isolate any possible pain points, okay? I'm just going to stretch and pull right here. Okay, and I'm just going to push back on your tragus like this. Okay, let me check the other one. Okay, I'm going to push on your tragus here. Okay, so this one does have a little bit of pain. What if I gently press right here? Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. We'll be super gentle when we go in. My guess is you've got some impaction going on. We'll take a look with the otoscope in just a second here, and we should be able to get it out, no problem. Okay, I'm just gonna put my finger right here, pull back on your helix. Okay. And what if I stretch right there? Okay. Gotcha. So we'll be extra careful with this here, okay? I'm gonna do just a little bit of squeezing here. I need you to tell me which side, if there is any pain, okay? What about like when I pull like that? Okay, so just like a slight discomfort. No, that's really good news actually, because we don't want there to be an infection there, obviously. Yeah, I just like to check pain points so that you don't know what I'm working with before I stick anything into your ears, because that can lead to a lot of discomfort if someone's already having some pain. Okay, well, I feel like the outsides of your ears look really good. I don't see anything to be concerned about there. And it does seem like you're only having mild discomfort, so I'm going to go ahead and go into your ear with my otoscope, okay? you will feel some pressure on your ear when I go in. And I'm just going to okay. I do see some impacted wax there. So we'll need to go into this one and get it out. This one, there's no redness inside, so I think it'll be really easy. This one I'm a little nervous about, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do. So I'm just going to pull back on your ear here, and I'm going to be really gentle because I know this one's a little bit sensitive. So okay. Yeah, so we've got some redness, we've got definitely some impacted wax. Are you feeling any discomfort right now? Okay. Yeah, so there's a spot in there that I'm going to try to avoid, but I don't think that it's infected. I think that we can fix what's ailing you right here, right now. Okay, I'm going to start by trying to scoop out what I can with this, okay? I'm just going to gently go into your ear, try to get behind the wax in there, and just scoop out any wax there, alright? Okay. And you raise your hand or scream at me or whatever you need to do if you feel any pain, okay? I'm aiming to go in as carefully as I can. So it's going to take me a little bit because I don't want to cause any discomfort. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna try to, right now I'm trying to get this hard bit of wax right here, the impaction. And I'm just trying to like edge my tool behind it and scoop it out. We might end up having to go in there and scrape a little bit. And scrape is far, gently, none of the words sound good. Fiddle with it, how about that? Okay. Well, you have to be really careful because impactions are generally against the eardrum. And the eardrum, while it can be resilient, it's also kind of fragile. I actually have a couple perforations in my right eardrum caused by my own poor choices. And they're healed. If you look in my eardrum, you'll see scar tissue across the drum. I do think that my right ear does not hear as well as my left ear anymore with the scar tissue there. But it did repair itself and I can hear out of it. How you doing? Okay. Yeah, you just kind of seem like you're blissing out. This can be kind of a long process sometimes. I'm gonna just kind of pull on your ear a little bit so that I can get in there. There we go. I think that's all I can do in there with the scoop. We'll get in with a couple other tools. I have a smaller scoop that we might be able to use to get in where I need to. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one and see if I can't get behind the impaction on this one, okay? Okay. I mean, I'm trying to be extra gentle with this here, okay? I need you to be very vocal with me because I don't know what you're feeling, and I need you to let me know, okay? So I'm going to be as gentle as possible. There, I feel like we got some there. Sometimes it comes out in bits instead, you know? It can be a pain that way. Let me try this side. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to kind of pull on your ear again so that I can essentially straighten out your ear canal. Just there we go. I think I'm getting behind it a little bit. There. That is something. Let me take a look really quickly again. Yeah. So it's still there, but I got a little chunk of it. See if I can get in with a scoop, or maybe we should switch to the little scoop now. Yeah. Well, sometimes I can't stop. I really want to get behind it. Yeah, let's use the smaller scoop. We'll give this ear a break just because I'm sure it's a little overstimulated. Let's see if we can't get the rest of the impaction with this little guy. This is a really nice tiny little scoop. using a baby spoon. Well, because it's so small, it doesn't, it gets just a tiny bit in it. So it requires quite a few passes. Yeah, we should get, even the stuff that's not impacted, we're just going to go ahead and clean it all out. Because we're here, we may as well, And maybe it'll help prevent an impaction in the future. Yeah. Absolutely. This is fun for me. Sorry, that I didn't mean that to sound facetious. It's actually, I really enjoy it. It is no problem that it takes a while. I'm having a good time. Okay. Do you mind? I'm gonna push on your ear. Just a little, kind of move your tragus out of the way and push. There, that was a good one. That's good. Let me see how we're doing so far. I think we've gotten most of the impaction in this ear. Okay. Yeah, most of it. We might need to go in there with a couple softer things. I have a brush and a little swab, but we got most of the impaction, and now I'm just kind of scooping out what else is around there. It can. For most people, it's not a problem. It really shouldn't be a problem. But certain, things are risk factors for impactions, such as, self-cleaning your ears. I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but yeah, most of the people that I see that have impactions are people who regularly Q-tip their own ears. So, not that I want to tell you to stop. This one looks good. I think I'm going to go into this one now with a scoop. I'm going to be super gentle. Again, please let me know if you're feeling any discomfort. I'm really trying to, because I do see the redness like right along the anterior side. There. I'm looking at your face. You seem fine. Just gonna try and get behind the rest of that impaction. Scoop it out. hard because, you know, I can't see inside your ear. I mean, I do see somewhat, but, you know, generally without a camera. And we have some tools that have cameras on them, but your eardrums are not too far away from the entrance to your canal. So I didn't feel like I needed to use those today. It's supposed to be, yeah. Another heat wave coming through. I'm cold all the time, mostly. Most of the places in my house, the air conditioning does a good job of cooling it down, and the people that I live with like it a lot colder than I do. So I tend to wear long sleeves all summer long, except in my own room, because my own room, it has east-facing windows, so it just heats up real bad in the morning and stays hot all day. Yeah. Really, the north side of the house is the one that stays coolest. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I just kind of scraped up the impaction. It's moving around, so I think I can get it up if I scoop. There we go. There we go. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's going to be some more redness. There is some more redness. But it doesn't look infected. It looks irritated to me, okay? And I did get the impaction, but I would really like to go in there and get the rest of the wax that's in there. So I'm just going to use a swab now, okay? And we'll give this ear a break because it does look a little inflamed. And I'll just go in and kind of swab out the rest of what's in there, okay? I have a brush I'd like to use too, just to clean. You do have a little bit of wax, like just in some of the crevices. You do seem to kind of have an overabundance of it, which is good. You know, wax is important. The cerumen in our ears helps prevent bad bacteria and, you know, particles from getting in our ears and making us sick. Our ears are directly connected to our eustachian tubes, which is like just having, you know, our nose, mouth, and ears are all connected inside of us like that. So all of them can make us sick, but our wax does an amazing job of kind of trapping that stuff, along with the cilia in our ears. It's actually pretty hard to get sick through your ears because they do such a great job of protecting us from that. Partially because we don't stick our fingers in our ears the way that we do our nose and our mouth. That can make us pretty sick. Same with our eyes, actually. Yeah, so we'll just brush the rest off. And don't worry, we'll make more. Let me just take a quick look again. Okay, we got almost all of it out. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up that ear, and then we'll fix up this one. I'd like to take a look and make sure the swelling is going down. Just be absolutely sure you don't have an infection. I do really think it's just irritation. Around your ears like this. Get the rest of that out. Okay, we'll go ahead and go into the other ear. How's that feel? Is that you feeling any pain from that? Okay. I'm noticing the redness is already kind of going down. So I think we're good there. I don't think we need any antibiotics. I'm trying to swirl this out here. Yeah, I'd like to do just a little quick check before I do the brushing part, if you don't mind. I'm just going to tap a little bit on parts of the inside of your ear, checking for pain. Make sure no infection, just for functionality's sake. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm being a little cavalier. Yeah, being a little gentler, sorry about that. Okay. Let's see where we're at. That looks a lot better. Alright, I'm going to do a quick just test on your ears here. Where you let me know if you feel any discomfort. I'm just going to lightly tap a couple places in your ear. Yep, just say yeah, we're just checking for any pain points on every little part of your ear if we can. Gonna go closer to the canal now. It is kind of like acupuncture. Yeah, no, that's all good news. I'm not seeing any redness on this one. And you haven't. I'm gonna do a little bit of the back, okay? Okay, and just along the helix now. Okay. Yeah, that's great. This one I'm prepared to be a little gentler, okay? You let me know. I'm going to just start with the outside part, okay? Okay, we're doing good so far. Let's go ahead and do the back of the ear. Okay. Alright, we're going to go in. Please tell me if any of that. Nothing? Okay, great. Gonna keep going. You let me know. Okay. Hey, that's all really good news. We definitely don't have any kind of infection. Let me go ahead and just clean the outside of your ears and then you'll be done, okay? Just gonna use a brush. It might be a little bit ticklish. So yeah, you shouldn't be doing that for yourself. I know you may have a lot of wax production, but you can't clean that out yourself, okay? And if you want to, you need to get one of those water bulbs. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, the brush leaves behind a little bit of, we'll get those off before you go. Well, you know, if you're in there, you may as well. But yeah, don't be doing that unassisted, okay? You only got one pair. Unless you, like, buy some off the black market. And I don't advise that at all. Also, I don't think that anybody successfully implanted ears. Here. Yeah, I'll get those off. There we go. Alright, other one. This one's all good to go. Getting inside the little folds here. I'm leaving behind bits. I'll get those, don't worry. Okay. Let me get the rest of that and then I'll let you go, okay? Yeah, a lot of them on that one. There's one like right down here. One right here. Yeah, it's a little counterproductive, huh? Oh, another one. Okay, your ear should be all better. You shouldn't need any antibiotics at all. If you have this problem again, you come to me as a professional. Don't try to clean your own ears out, okay? Okay, it was great to see you. Goodbye.